Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Power Rangers Dino Charge / Power Rangers Super Dino Charge review. Now, as you know, after Power Rangers Megaforce / Super Megaforce ended, which ended as a bit of a disaster for a Power Rangers series, the next series that everyone was thinking was going to happen was going to be an American version of Go Buster, but instead, Super Sentai series Gagairo Yuga was adapted for Power Rangers, for the next Power Rangers series. Now, pretty much the series follows the main characters, Tyler the Red Ranger, Riley the Green Ranger, Shelby the Pink Ranger, also Coda the Blue Ranger, and Chase the Black Ranger as they become the next generation of Power Rangers. And what's also interesting is that they also go against Sledge, an alien bounty hunter who has no Super Sentai counterpart, and his band of accomplices to get the Energems. Now, the Energems are pretty much the Rangers' powers and are meant to be the show's version to Dino Gems from Power Rangers Dino Thunder, and so on, so on. And it also does give the Rangers eternal life, and so on. What's also interesting about Power Rangers Dino Charge and all that is that it has a lot more Rangers than it does. For example, Ivan is technically the 6th Ranger and the Gold Ranger, and comes off as a British-themed knight. Also, you've got James, who is Tyler's father, as the Aqua Ranger, Prince Philip, who is the Graphite Ranger, Kendall, who is the Purple Ranger, and Zeo Wing, the Silver Ranger. And there was a lot of stuff used from it. Now, I think what Dino Charge got right, what Super Megaforce got wrong, was the fact it adapted the footage a bit more closely and didn't use an anniversary season. The problem with Go Kaija was that it was meant to celebrate the Super Sentai throughout the years, and the problem with doing Super Megaforce was the fact they would have to adapt other costumes, they would also have to do different themes that ended terribly. Now, pretty much what's interesting is that I think a lot of fans were expecting, which never happened, was a team-up with Mighty Morphing and Dino Thunder. Unfortunately, it never happened, and this is due to the fact of that event being more of a movie exclusive. So it never happened, and you were kind of left thinking, it would have been so cool. And what's also interesting is only one costume that was used for it was the Cell Track version for Snide, who is meant to be a version to Snide and a character called Hackley, who is meant to come off as a multiple personality thing. What was also interesting was that Hackley was originally meant to be the Talon Ranger, and there were a lot of these clues and hints that led nowhere, and this was due to the fact that the Talon Ranger costume from Go Yunja was more of a movie exclusive. So technically they couldn't use it, and it all went to nothing. Now, I think what this does better is the morphing sequence. It's a bit more better handled, and it doesn't have that goofy dance sequence that the Sentai counterpart had. I think what also makes Power Rangers Dino Charge a bit more better is that it feels a bit more what it should have been. I think what Super Megaforce and Megaforce should have been. But no, it actually does a better job. But I do think the last few episodes from Power Rangers Dino Supercharge was a bit of a waste and comes off as the last moment. What's also interesting is that the Ranger's mental keeper is meant to be this kind of alien character and actually does a better job in being a mental. Now, what's also interesting about Power Rangers Dino Charge there was a lot of promotional tools like toys, games, and so on. Now, it was also, I think, Dino Charge got a bit better, was that it did focus a bit more better than what the Sentai counterpart did. But I do feel like the Sentai series with the Sixth Ranger was a bit more handled and a bit more done better. But I feel like Ivan has a kind of happy-go-lucky attitude, which I do expect, but we don't see him, not trying to have difficulties adjusting to his time, and yet he seems perfectly okay. I think what I also do like about Power Rangers Dino Charge and Super Dino Charge is that it actually does a much better job. So, what I think of Power Rangers Dino Charge and all that, it is definitely better handled, and I do recommend it for anyone who wants to give Saban another chance. So I give this a good thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.